everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Sam, and today I wanted to give you an update on my Pan Those Eyeshadows project for 2023. I did start this in the beginning of January, and I'm doing it differently than I have in the previous 2 years that I've done this. Around October of 2022, I realized that the project wasn't really working for me anymore, and I just really wasn't making any progress. So I decided to stop the project short, and come January, I made a number of changes to the project. So this year, I'm only working on 4 shadows at a time, and I'm also only using the shadows 15 times, which for me really isn't making a lot of progress. My main focus this year is my Pan That palette. I really want to finish some of those eyeshadows. I also really want to be rotating through my eyeshadows this year because I just feel like I'm not using a lot of them and they're kind of just sitting there. But unfortunately, if you guys have been following my Instagram, you would know that these shadows are not making any progress either. So this is the palette stack that I have right now. So let's just go through and I'll talk about my progress and uses that I have on them. So I do have this book, which is honestly destroyed. I'm hoping that this is the last year of use for it. There's only a couple pages left. But this is how I track my usage for this project. I have tallies up at the top, and then I have this chart at the bottom that I can fill out exactly how many uses each month. I can easily keep track, and I know how many uses I have from month to month. So let's start in the order that I rolled. So first we have the NYX Ultimate Phoenix palette, and the shade that is in this project is number 3. This one right here. And I really haven't been using this palette at all. This is definitely my favorite shade. This was in the project 2 years ago, I believe, and I do really like it. I want to give this palette more use because it is getting old. I've had it for a few years and I really haven't used it that much. You can see that there's really not any dips or much use besides that one pan. This yellow was also in the project last year, so it did get quite a bit of use, but this shade took me like 28 uses to hit pan, and yeah, some of these mattes, like especially the one that I'm using, are fairly pigmented and tightly pressed. So over the past month, I have used this 0 times. In total, I have 3 uses on this palette, so still 12 uses to go. I don't know what to say. The next palette that I rolled in is the Mandalorian The Child palette. I bought this for myself for my birthday last year, and I really didn't use it until it was rolled into this project. And my birthday is in June, so I just left this sitting for like 6 months, and every time I saw this on Instagram, I wanted it so badly, and I finally got it and just didn't use it. And this is why I want to be rotating through my collection more. I'm sure you've all seen what this palette looks like, but if not, this is it. Just Like a Tatooine is the shade that's in this project. I've used it twice over the last month and 5 times in total. This palette is so beautiful. I don't give it the love that it deserves because I'm focusing on my Pan That palette, which is taking way too long to make progress. I've been using those palettes for 3 years each, and I can't believe how long it's taking. So still 10 more uses on that shadow. If I really focus on it, I think I can roll it out by the next month. The next palette that I rolled in is the BH Avocado Toast palette. This palette is so beautiful. I love it so much. It's so reflective, and the shadows are just really great quality. The shimmers are so buttery and the mattes are so pigmented, but they blend so beautifully. The shade that is in this project is expensive. It's this like shimmery pinkish neutral shade. I'm actually wearing it today and I really like it. This is definitely the most used palette in this project. I used this shade 5 times over the past month for a total of 10 uses. So just 5 more to go. And as I'm filming this, it's March 29th. So I used it today and I'm probably going to use it for the rest of the week. So I'm actually going to roll this palette out and roll in a new shade to replace it because I'll only have like 2 more uses after this month is technically over. So I'm really excited about that. I wasn't originally going to roll in something new this month, but I want to work on something new. I need something to keep me motivated in this project. It's been 3 months and I haven't actually hit my goal on any of these shadows. The last palette is the NYX Grind palette. Again, I got this around the same time as the NYX Phoenix palette. Pretty sure this is the palette that my boyfriend actually bought for me when we first started dating. So it's been a while. This one does have some decent dips in it. The shadow here was in my Pan Loves Eyeshadows 2 years ago. I've actually been using this shadow a lot as well. I really like it. It's kind of more of a topper shade and I think it's really fun. But the shade in this project is number 11. Hindsight 2020, I probably should have re-rolled this shade when I started this project because it is fairly similar to a shade that's in my Pan Lab palette, but at the same time I figured, well, I only have to use it 15 times, I can just use it and roll it out, and here we are. I haven't used it 15 times yet. So over the past month I've used this shade 3 times for a total of 7 uses. It's about halfway, so again, if I really focus on this shade, I could definitely roll it out over the next month. I have also been trying to use these palettes no pan left behind style. I have a spreadsheet in this book for this challenge. And as you can see, it's the end of March and I really haven't used very many of my eyeshadows except for the ones that are in this project. So, in my Pan Lab palette. So with that, that is my update on these shadows over the past month. Not the best progress, but we're getting there. So I have my laptop here to roll in another shade. I have a spreadsheet of all of my eyeshadows listed. So I currently have 344 pans of eyeshadow and 22 pans. So my pan percentage is 6.39%, which is not great, but I'll take it. So I'm going to pull up a random number generator, put the minimum as 2 and the maximum as 345 because I have a header on my spreadsheet. So 278. 278 is my Urban Decay Stone Vibe palettes in Ojo. Ojo? Oyo? I don't know how to pronounce that. Okay, let me go grab that palette. Okay, so here is the Urban Decay Stone Vibes palette. I think it is so beautiful. I was using it quite a bit when I first got it, but I really haven't used it a lot. Ouch. So Ojo or Oyo is this beautiful blue shade. And here's a little swatch. But that is everything. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. As always, I'll leave my Instagram and everything linked down below if you want to give me a follow. And I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.